Yaki family. Lord willing, y'all can hear. Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, before everybody get in here, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world innately calls Jesus the Christ. And I want to give a double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule the wealth of the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth, in and out of congregations, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put in their spirit to endure. Shalom to the wise and the single sisters that's believers of His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put it on your spirit to be a virtuous and loving and silent wife. Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Lord willing, this is just a quick live. Gotta go to work. And, I was trying to read Jeremiah 50, try to read the whole chapter, but motivation comes quick. And, before I even go to do, this work, I wanted to bring out a little quick recipe. So I'm going to bring out the whole point of the lesson is Jeremiah 50 and 40. You see the title, it says, warning the people. It's this beautiful title I see a brother made for one of his videos. If I can find it, let me see. He got a video where it says, if what's written came to pass so far, then shall not the end be fulfilled as well? And that hit. If what's written came to pass so far, then shall not the end be fulfilled as well? You gotta let that sink in, man. That hit in so many ways, man. Right? If prophecies did come to pass, wouldn't the end too? This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 40. As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. It's because America is going to be a place that's going to be consumed. When you double back to verse 13, it says, because of the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wildly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrow, for she have sinned against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And he's just like 300, man. They're going to shoot out arrows that's going to black out the sky. But in this modern day, it's going to be missiles, man. America's going to be destroyed. America is going to receive double. It's Revelation chapter 18, verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double. Right? This place is going to get double. The whole point of this lesson is to warn the people. Right? And I'm going to actually read this verse. I already did a lesson on it. Y'all can just go to my page. Proverbs 22, verse 3. Sensible people will see trouble coming and avoid it, but an unthinkable person will walk right into it and regret it. That's in the G&T, man. So sensible people will see trouble coming and avoid it. We see Marcus Zuckerberg and many other higher elite or rich folks making bunkers. What is they preparing for? So us as people, we should be preparing. Even more, we should be knowing who we is in this captivity. That's first and foremost. Because anybody that don't know theyself, a lot of people will try to think about, man, I'm going to get in the airplane. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But if we're Israelites, the first thing we count on is Yahweh Shem Yahushai. If you don't know who you is, people thinking about leaving this place and doing this, the men of the Lord and the so-called daughters of Zion, they trying to get closer with the Lord so that they can seem worthy enough to get saved out of this destruction. This Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people, right? And every day, the men of the Lord is trying to teach these lessons, right? Regardless if it's deep or if it's the law, if it's a parable, if it's like a lesson what everybody deal with day to day, health, a lot of our people are stiff-necked. They don't want to learn these things, right? But a lot of our people have a zeal with God, but not according to knowledge, right? We study everything else. We go hard for everything else, right? We go hard to get some money, but reward Caesar what is Caesar's, right? But a lot of us do not make the time out of our day to really sit down and learn. I don't care if you smoking weed, if you selling drugs, if you getting dressed, if you working, if you sitting, you still have enough time to actually read and decipher, right? A lot of us, man, we've been lied to. People been, have you ever really sat down to read? Man, I read the Bible from the beginning. Okay, who does the Bible always talk about? A lot of us don't know because you really wasn't reading it, right? You want to read it to actually learn what it's actually going into, right? But we're stiff-necked to even wanting to receive it, man. We don't have the time to the block to hear these brothers teach. Let alone if we don't want to go out to the block, we don't even want to go on YouTube to watch the damn sit down video or the camp video. That's where the videos is at. Or those men is out on the highways and byways where your pastor won't go. You got to always teach this word, and you have to teach it in a learning aspect. Let alone you have to teach history because the Bible is biblical. It's historical, right? One scripture is not just, yes, it's inspiration, but it comes from a place of history, right? To continue, it says, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. So in all captivity, Israel started to remember who they were, right? Look at even Moses. Moses was speaking to the Israelites, trying to get them out of Egypt. Then even in the wilderness, trying to teach them about their power and give them the law, right? Israel still was rebellious. They get a king. Israel, throughout our life, we still had to always have a relationship with the Lord until the end. We were not in the end time until we're here right now, right? And if you believe that you're in the end time, you should be working on your spirit and your mental, right? Let's just keep going. It says, and shall know that I am Yahweh Shemashah, your power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And a lot of our brothers and sisters don't have the ears and the eyes to see and the heart to actually learn and receive the message of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And a lot of people, I can understand, you might say that you can, just like that woman on TikTok that want to talk about the street scholars, the self, whatever niggas, we can never be self-made unless we OT only, or we teaching that the mark of the beast is something spiritual, or we just want to just say that we came in the truth ourselves, right? Especially the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and the affiliates of Great Millstone, right? Those we not self-made. The Lord had to enable us in this truth, right? Let alone for us to be speaking on prophecies. Brothers wasn't speaking on this before they got in the truth. You know, a lot of us was hard-headed, just like some of you fools. But now that we understand and the Lord has increased us in the knowledge, we understand that we have been warned, right? We, as soon as you come in this truth, regardless if you hear a little or you hear a lot, you have been marked. You have been marked. As soon as the scriptures come out, you've been marked. So it's about what are you going to do since you've been marked? Are you going to work on yourself to be worthy in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai? Let me drop that real quick because I got to read something in the GNT. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. It says, do your best to win full approval in the Most High sight as a worker who is not ashamed of his work, one who correctly teaches the message of the Most High's truth. So you see how I just went to America being destroyed. Ain't nobody gonna be here. We could still go back to that about destruction, death, and chaos. But I still want to go over here to show you that people are gonna know who they is in this captivity. They're gonna learn. That's the whole point to coming back to the Lord. Coming back to the Lord is not just saying, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. It's coming back to understand what's taking place in these scriptures, right? Let me get that one too. This is Romans chapter 10, verse 2. I'll start that one just for y'all. Say, brethren, my heart's desire in prayer for the Most High, for Israel, is that they might be saved. And this is what I believe, brothers that's really dedicating themselves to this ministry, and not no brother that I'm gonna wait once a week, once a month to teach, or when a huge event come, that's when I'm gonna do a lesson. Them brothers that's really laying themselves down for this ministry to teach, try to feed the people and be an example. We doing this to for the hopeful elect, man, right? Because we want the elect, we want Israel to be saved, man. We want them to be taken out of this trouble. Let alone if this place is going to be destroyed in 60 minutes, we want Israel to be taken. Because if it's going to be killed in 60 minutes, ain't no nigga in here that can leave whatever city, state that they in no airplane. There's no way. Even if you leave, where the hell is you going? Then when you go, how do you know that you sure that you that the Lord is dealing with you? This definitely is the place you want to be in to see if the Lord really dealing with you. Because during all this trouble, and say when food crisis go, you want to see if the Lord dealing with you where you're provided food, regardless whatever the hell it is, as long as you able to eat something that is considered food. Or when bombs is getting here, how a nigga gonna get out of here and bombs is hitting left and right, left, trigger, square. That right there is going to hit you when the Lord beam you out of here, man. That's how somebody enduring this thing. Let alone you want to endure in this teaching. Yes, we bring out the same precepts. You got to bring it out because the end haven't come. If brothers is not bringing these out continuously, how is it going to stay in your membrane? So when this event come, you're going to be stuck and be hit in that flashback of them scriptures coming out. You gonna wish and pray that they come to mind. That's just how it be when brothers is teaching. They could be saying something and a scripture will come to mind, right? And that's how it is. And this time, these scriptures, you're going to want to come to mind, man. You're going to want to know who you is. right? So our prayers is so that Israel can be saved, right? For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. A lot of y'all have a zeal. Y'all do. Luke 6:46, right? You call the Lord, Lord, but you don't do what he tell you to do, right? And we should be preparing ourselves. You should be studying these things. You should be looking for the teachers. You should be looking for what they're teaching, because the Lord said, do your best to win the approval of in the Most High sight. So every day you should be working to please the Lord. But of course, we try to work hard to please self, right? Let's get this too. In Galatians chapter 6, verse 3, it says, for if a man, actually, verse 2, bear ye one another's burden and so fulfill the law of Hamashiach. Right? The minute the Lord is bearing your burdens, because they going out to the highways and byways and telling Jake, telling the sisters, man, you are the image of Israel of being wicked. Like the men, we did our part. Now, when we really look at our nation, we can tell we fell by looking at your state. A woman's supposed to be under a man. Look at all the women that's in Israel. Y'all don't even want to be under a man. You want to be the top notch. And we're out here going out in the corner dissing our people. We're Israel. We dissing our own people, and we're Israel, right? We're taking the burden. Our people's on drugs. Our people obese. You got women all day. Oh, I just want to lay with my man all day, right? And not even worried about her craft of being a woman, being a mother, let alone watch when women knocking at this door. And I'm going to always bring that up, because the women just think they're going to be the only one in the future. You never know. You want to prepare yourself with other women knocking on this door, and they going to need your man's help. Yeah, they might need your help too. We got to prepare for the worst. We got to prepare for the unwanted. We got to prepare for the unthinkable. We got to prepare for confusion. You got to prepare for the worst. You have to prepare, like how people, oh, tomorrow is going to be a good day. You niggas prepare. We're about to go to the beach. We about to go have fun. But nigga, have you prepared for the unexpected? We just read a verse that this place is going to be inhabited. Go outside. We see a lot of inhabitant people. They chilling. But have you ever sat back and think, damn, when is that going to be? You telling me America won't be inhabited? Like, niggas won't be able to walk? You won't be able to go get a blunt? You won't be able to go to the store and go get you a little lace front? Go get you a little strawberry fagels. You know them things is crack. Those are delicious. I don't see, y'all probably don't really got it in your mind. Y'all, these prophecies just go in one ear and out the other, right? So what it says in verse 3, it says, for if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. So when you feel like you don't gotta read, when you feel like you, especially when you could be teaching and you think, you know what, I need to do this, you need to do that, and you ain't even think about Acts 5:29, we ought to obey God rather than man. You ought to obey God rather than your own damn self. That's a hard one too. To obey God rather than you obey yourself when you living in yourself. That's a hard one. But where it comes from, what I mean by, a lot of times when we do things, it's usually of the flesh. The Most High is going to always want you to do things of the spirit, right? And of the spirit, the spirit is always trying to prepare, right? And the spirit is going to always want to do what Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai wants him to do, right? And that goes back to Second Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. Do your best to win the full approval in the Most High sight as a worker who is not ashamed of his work, one who correctly teaches the message of the Most High's truth. And for me, whatever you do on your side, hey, that's you. But from where my eyes and where the Most High led me, your great millstone is bringing forth 100% truth, raw and direct. They bringing out the truth that really hurt you, not yelling at people. If you don't do this law, you know, man, they really bring out the raw, straight raw, man. They really let you know. They even let you know in the past, most of our daughters, when they was of a decent age and that period drop, them daughters was giving up. A lot of us in the truth, no, oh, you talking about this? Oh no, or talking about the great doctrine. People, hey, if A lot of people can't see the raw and uncut, and that's perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, we got to be in here to righteously divide the truth. And for what I getting, man, they rightly dividing the truth. And guess what? All I got to do is see it, and Lord willing, I can observe what they bringing out. And I'm going to mark up my notebook so I can have that breakdown. So if somebody asks me a question, I got it. But if I don't see it, I don't see it. But the Most High is allowing me to see it is because I'm always trying to study to approve myself. Always trying to prove myself because I know I ain't nothing. I'm nothing. The Lord even asks us, let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I remember it. Right? Because there's a lot of times I don't remember something. I don't know something. So sometimes I got to ask you, how about Shimmy Shai? Let's see if I got it. This is James chapter 1, verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, freely, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Right? So it's some things that I might not know. I gotta do a fervent prayer to Yahweh Shema Shai that he gives me the understanding, man. Right? To be able to receive a brother telling me America gonna be destroyed, and I'm hearing it and I'm not receiving it, I gotta really go pray to Yahweh Shema Shai. Be serious, continually do it, and then try to hear that lesson again. Go read the verses that he read, and Lord willing, the Most High will be able to reveal it to me. Because knowledge is going to be increased. But if you can't understand these things, the Lord is not abiding in you. Right? And it's sometimes when scriptures was getting brought out, I didn't understand it. I'm going to be honest with you. Even when HOI was bringing out, and I'm going to say their name, when HOI was bringing out Romans 11, excuse my language, it fucking wasn't making sense. Because how we go through the whole chapter, and then you go to verse 11 and 12, and then we just saying these are other nations. The mathing wasn't mathing. 2 plus 2 makes sense. But they math wasn't mathing. You understand? So when me and the brothers came together, right, we was sharpening each other's sword, and it was making sense when we was coming together, and brothers was bringing out precepts, and brothers didn't mind going over it over and over and over again, so we all understood it, regardless if it was a new member or a brother that been here for 10 years. We was trying to make sure we understood it. But then you got brothers over, oh, I don't want to bring this out all the time. But then you see Great Millstone, they bringing this out exclusive. Wait, hold on. And I was seeing it already. And then when you hear them, you like, yup, they already. And it's crazy. You didn't even have to go ask these brothers. It just came out naturally, right? And then brothers started showing the mark of the beast. I already seen it the way that I seen it. I probably was wording it wrong, but I see it spiritually and physically. I believe the mark is physical, but the image is spiritual, broken down, right? Brothers start getting into it and explaining it. And it was the same way that I was saying it. It's just how brothers were saying. I probably was saying it mixed up. But then when Great Message, then we were saying it the same way. The mark is physical, right? And right there and then, it let me know that the Most High was dealing with me because knowledge increased. Because when I was in another foundation, brothers was getting fed. I was bringing out Revelations 18 and 4, saying, "Come out of her," like literally, like mentally come out of her. But yeah, it go hand in hand. But it's really, you come out of this place by the chariots. That's the only way you gonna come out of America, because later on in Revelations 18, Babylon gonna be destroyed in 60 minutes. So how mentally we gonna be out of here if it's gonna be destroyed later on in the chapter? So when I see Great Millstone bringing it out, and Zion and Great Millstone and Great Waters and Niagara Falls, he cleared it up. Man, that's talking about getting beamed up. Brothers got corrected. We had to get a fix up. You know, the mathing wasn't mathing, and now every time when I'm reading, let alone I'm following the true teachers, everything is making sense. I'm getting fed, right? And what did the Lord tell Peter, man? St. John chapter 21, and I'm gonna just read one verse, verse 15. And when they had dined, Yahushua saith unto Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my lambs. The next verse he say, Feed my sheep, and then he say, Feed my sheep, right? The apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and the men underneath them and the affiliates, even the brothers I labor with, every day, feed, right? Because we feed to prepare you for what's to come. Lord willing, you can examine what you're reading and get your own spirit right. right? Galatians 5:25. If we want to live in the spirit, we need to walk in the spirit. If you walk in the spirit, live in the spirit. Every day, work to approve yourself to the Most High. Every day, put your foot on the gas, right? Because destruction is coming. Yahweh Shai coming like a thief in the night. So every day we should be working like he coming tomorrow or coming the next day. Don't never just sit and wait and think he gonna come 5 years from now. So I'm gonna wait in 5 years and then I'm gonna put my hands to the plow. Let me just get this in Sirach, Ecclesiasticus. This is Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to Yahweh Shem Shai, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh Shem Shai come forth, and in the security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance." Right? So don't put off day to day. Now I know sometimes we take a break and we kick our feet up and we chill. Now I can understand that. But Lord willing, any man that is a man of the Lord or a woman, you're gonna put in your mind, you know what, I gotta go harder tomorrow. You know what, I gotta read tomorrow. I mean, a lot of us do that. You could probably be sleeping the whole day. You could be fasting and just resting. You could probably be watching a lot of prophetic movies, and you like, I didn't even do a video. I didn't even read. I didn't study my notes or whatever it be. The men of the Lord is gonna always want to go harder the next day, or they're gonna always go hard each and every day. The men of the Lord, the daughter of Zion, they don't tarry from their work, and pleasing Yahweh Shem Shai, right? A woman, her main focus is really, really maintaining her husband, right? Because the accounts of what our women have done went away from their role. When a woman maintained her husband by playing her role, pleasing him, yielding to his authority, moving off of his desires, she really basically did her work. Right now, the cleaning and maintaining the kids, that's her natural duty that she should be doing. That goes into that Proverbs. But a woman, her main action is to be a helpmeet to her husband, right? Whatever he needs done, right, and to maintain him, right. If he feeling, a knot in his shoulder, she gonna make sure she get that knot out. If he feel like he need to release some testosterone, she gonna bend it over. Like for real, this is some real shit. But outside of that, a woman is really a servant. So women don't really have that much to do because she's under men. Right now, if a woman don't have a husband, she's still under men. Right? Her role is still a servant. So she can be a servant in the ministry, making garments, tassels. Right? She's gonna do duties for the ministry. And if a woman not doing duties for the ministry, you can't really say she's in the ministry. She's in the truth. She knows of the truth. But a woman that's in this truth is a woman that's playing her role as a wife. Just being honest. So day to day, a woman is not going to take off from being a wife. And that's why another sister would, if she's like, what, I want to go even harder. You know what, I'm about to teach a single sister, and she can bring a single sister in her home and teach her the word each and every day. Then it might come that, this girl having bad luck and she don't get that wife might be like, you know what, instead of you bringing bad spirits and you dealing with a nigga that's not to no good, you know what, you gonna be a servant to my husband. It's many ways how a woman's job is different than a man. But a man, his work is always going to be spiritual. It's always going to be mental. Yes, it's going to be physical because he has to die for the Lord, and let alone he has to put his life on the line for his family. He has to put his life on the line for Israel. A man, his life is not even his, to be technical, right? I'm gonna have to go soon, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna just bring this out. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 3, "But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of woman is man, and the head of Christ, meaning the head of Hamashiach, is the Most High." Right? Yahushai, he's the head of man, and what did he do? Ain't no greater love. He died. He died for the elect, right? Let alone he did what the Most High wanted him to do. So how much is a man? A man has to lay himself down just like Yahushai for the flock, for the elect, right? Just only his house. The men of the Lord is not just on the corner or doing sit downs for his wife and his children. You out your mind if any woman is out their mind if they think their husband is only out. No, the men is doing the same thing as Yahushua. That's why the man is the most important, especially an Israelite man. He is the most important person on the earth, right? So he dies for the nation of Israel. That includes the elect in his household. What do the women? She lay herself down for her husband, but she's really laying herself down for the children, right? It's just the next for the next. The woman lay herself down for them children, but she is under, so she's really doing, she's pleasing her husband. The man supposed to please Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is supposed to please Yahweh. The latter, it just goes that way, right? And that's why the men is supposed to lay their life on the line and look like a damn fool for the world. And like the Lord, he chose teaching, this preaching foolishness to wake the elect. And we should be thankful for that, man. Go read the prayer of Azariah again to understand we should be thankful for everything. Be thankful that you breathe in this dookie ass air, man. You know what I'm saying? Be thankful that your ass is still alive and you can know who you is, man. Right? But let me just close out with this one verse. I know everybody know it, but I got to go. This is Matthew 24, verse 44, right? It says, therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh, right? Be ye ready. Let alone, I said that was the last one. See my flesh. I got to bring this out because it said be ready, right? And so since we being ready, we got to measure out the time. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, right? And there's going to be signs and certain prophecies that pass. And each one is going to show you how even more closer we are. COVID was a huge point in history, let alone a huge plague that hit worldwide. That was the biggest change in event, let alone 2020 was right after 2019, which we would say would be almost like a 400 mark of the revealing of the truth, right? How Israel grew in the truth. Like, even though 1969, right, was really flowing in the truth, but when we really look from 1619 subtracted from 2019, that gives you really 400 years, but we've been here way longer. But when we look at it in a symbolic way, the truth grew from that 400 years, man, right? And right now is at a peak and it's growing even more, because then you even see Israel showing their true colors, just like in the scriptures, in the books of Acts, right? Even in the time of Yahushai, you got some brothers calling some brothers Pharisees. That's not Pharisees. You really is the Pharisee, right? You got Pharisees that really don't believe in Yahushua. I'm gonna really say the OT only. You got niggas out here that's calling themselves King David. Niggas calling themselves Yahushua. You got camps out here that's taking away certain books out the Bible, right? And even though it might sound good, but that can hit some type of sheep. You got some that want to be the best. You got some that's making the ministry. They're mixing their merch or their business with teaching. Right after I get done teaching, hey, here go my business. Or right before I'm teaching, hey, here go my business. Now you can do whatever you want, but to me, if I was a sheep, I just want to learn the truth. But when you advertising that, I'm not saying that you making it worldly. I'm not saying that you committing a sin. I wouldn't know, but I'm just saying, to me, it's like, I'm not going to even say it's like Christianity, but the teaching, we wanted to make sure that it's edifying. We want to just make sure we stick into the script, and we don't want brothers' minds somewhere else. Because if I promote my tassel or my garment business or whatever business, as soon as I'm done with the video and you go right to that link and you go to that merch, Lord willing, did anything came out, did it stick with you? And that's why I love Great Millstone, because they're all about edification, right? And this whole lesson is about warning, man. This place is going to get destroyed. It's going to be desolate. That's it. So what else? Are you gonna be one of them people that learn who you is and come back to the Most High in your captivity? Are you gonna be one of them people praising Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? Are you gonna be the ones that's exalting Yahweh Bashem Yahushai on this side, right? Are you gonna be the one that's not gonna make no Tyrion getting closer to the Lord? Sometimes we're gonna have to make changes and rearrange our steps. Are you willing to do that, right? And if you're not willing to do that, you might as well just stop saying that you're a so-called Israelite, because all Israel is not Israel. To be an Israelite, you move off action. That's your vibration, action, right? But please don't take my word for it, man. But if I could do it, you could do it. If you could do it, I damn sure can do it. It's your brother Gabar, man. You know, all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world and He calls Jesus the Christ. You know, we ain't nothing without Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And prophecies is speaking. And if you never seen disaster, it's gonna come. The Lord been visiting this place for the past months, the years, with earthquakes, fires, wars. Even if war is coming out somebody's mouth, like the people that's doing war. We just teaching war. But people saying war or this, that's the spirit of the Most High. Exodus 15:3. Go read it. Think about it. Observe it. Because a lot of you niggas don't think, because it says God is a man of war. So if a man is moved to war, that's the Most High. If a man has on his heart a huge massacre or war or death, that's the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The Lord sends death spirits, right? Destruction, right? The Lord is a man of war, right? Tsunamis, tornadoes, earthquakes. The Lord present came here. Like, this is for real. I'm in Buffalo. We had one earthquake right there in that moment. We got to feel the Lord. Yo, it even saying Isaiah 29:6, thunder. So when you hear a thunderbolt, Lord willing, if it rain in your city tonight, soon as you hear that thunderbolt, know that the Lord is in your city. The Lord is in the earth. He here. The Lord is visiting the earth when you hear thunderbolts. That probably went over your head, but for the ones that know, you heard a thunderstorm that day. It was raining. It was thundering. It was thundering 2-3 days ago. The Lord was here then. Go read it. Isaiah 29:6, man. And what you gonna do after that? Soon as you know all these times when you was a kid, it was thundering, the Lord was visiting the earth, what the fuck is you gonna do? Get yourself right and prepare yourself. Sometimes it's gonna come to prepare yourself by cutting yourself, cutting your ties with certain family members because they might hold you back. They just keep bringing the negativity. As soon as you try to feed them, they don't take what you saying. Then your words is wasteless. And then when you get off the phone, you got to gossip and murmur about they situation. Man, F them, man. Anybody don't want to hear the word or want to deal with the Lord at all, for real, fuck it. Fuck them, fuck it. May the force be with you. Right now is not the time to be playing around, man. But with that, I'm going to say Kwame Yesharela Shalom, man.